Bang! What's up, monkeys? And welcome to DDP TV and the real DDP video blog. So today it is Wrasslin Wednesdays, episode 11. But before we get into that, you might want to check out the new kickass YRG Fitness System t-shirt. That's right, those are my hands right there, helping you feel the bang. You want one of these t-shirts? Bada bing. Or would you like to get one of these? Unstoppable diamond cutter t-shirts. Bada bing, bada boom. And here's bada bang. And that is the diamond cutter skull t-shirt. Very cool. You can catch all three of these t-shirts right now at DiamondDallasPage.com at the store. Go check it out, and you too can have one of these sweet diamond cutter t-shirts. Okay, tonight, Wrasslin Wednesdays, we are going to back and we're going to revisit the Dave Sullivan feud. Now, one thing you guys got to understand, back when I broke in and I came back at 37, and they really didn't see, they weren't doing anything with me. They wouldn't write any of my storylines. And this is where my relationship with Eric Bischoff was key, because we were really tight. And he didn't go out of his way to make people do things for me, but he let my voice be heard, which it was so huge. And I never really missed it as much until I went to the WWF. Then, God, did I miss Eric Bischoff helping me have a voice. And what I did, since they weren't writing me any storylines, I wrote my own. And I wrote A to Z what was happening with DDP, because they really didn't give a shit. So what we did was I came up with the whole angle of what was going to happen in the feud with me and David Sullivan, but to lay some layers on top of the Diamond Dallas Page character, I came up with this idea that I went to Las Vegas and I won $13 million. And all of a sudden, I could be so much brasher and cockier and more over the top. And we went on these spending sprees. I also got Eric to let me have max muscle. I mean, they were paying him, but they weren't doing anything with him. He was just on the power plant. 230 pound, I guess he was 310 pounds max. He was huge. I called him Quadzilla. His quads were so huge. And, his one word, absolutely, got the point across. He was a great guy. So having him as me having a bodyguard and having the Diamond Doll, all of a sudden I'm not just a bottom guy, even though I was treated like one, winning-wise, but to the fans it was looking like I was up around the bottom of the middle, maybe, trying to get to the middle of the card. And I'll tell you this, you might have heard me say it before, I'll say it again. The quickest way to get there is to act like you've already been there. I don't care if it's a job, if it's school, if it's wrestling, acting. I don't care what set or stage or office you walk into. You need to act like you've already been there, like you belong there. Don't come in there with your tail between your legs. Just a little hint. Okay, because that's what I did, and it worked for me, and I've seen it work for countless others. So we got this $13 million supposed win, and we got to put videos around it. Now, normally I'm just on the Saturday morning show, and occasionally they'll beat me on the Saturday night show. But now, Neil Pruitt, the producer, he put together these 3 kick-ass videos. So if you're catching this on YouTube and you're not haven't subscribed to The Real DDP, go to DiamondDallasPage.com, click The Real DDP video blog, and subscribe, because then you'll get these all set together. So there's going to be 3 videos that are just going to be vignettes of me going out and being obnoxious, spending money. I shouldn't say me. DDP. Which is one and the same, but not always. So we go on the spending spree with Kim and Lex, and there's some funny shit in this, and entertaining all the way around. So go to see him, check him out, leave a comment if you want. I always appreciate that. Or don't. I don't give a shit. It's your entertainment and mine. So that's what this week you'll see 3 vignettes that will be, just what's happening with the character and how he's getting pushed up the card, even though I'm not winning at the time. It's all about what people perceive, because it's all relative. What's really funny about this is this whole $13 million angle ends up, and I never knew it at the time, with Mark Mero, Johnny B. Bad, who just happens to be my guest this Thursday on YRG Radio. And I swear I didn't even do that on purpose. It just happened like that. So for any of you who haven't heard from Mark Mero or Johnny B. Bad, same guy, Double M, without question, is one of the most character-driven individuals I know. And we'll probably share some stories that we'll talk about how people tried to sabotage, the bookers tried to sabotage our relationship. And we confronted the situation head on. And it'll be pretty classic. So I guarantee you do not want to miss this YRG Radio. Mark's subject that I asked him, because I always ask my guest host to come up with something that has nothing to do with wrestling, because wrestling always gets worked in everything. Wrestling's the only real thing there is, as far as I'm concerned. I asked Double M to come up with this week's topic. And his topic, because Mark is an amazing inspirational speaker. He mainly speaks to kids, and now he's breaking out in the corporate world and stuff. But his talk to kids, he's got them crying, laughing, dancing. It's a show. It's not just a talk. It's a whole show, and it's amazing. So if you ever get a chance to catch it on one of the YouTubes or something, it's worth your time. He's from Buffalo. And I'm bringing on my guest host this week from YRG Radio, Henry Dembski, who also is from Buffalo. And we'll find out, what got Mark to the dance, how he got there. And what he really wants to focus on is believing in your dreams, setting goals, taking action towards them, and forgiveness. Forgiveness is pretty big thing, and he wants to talk about that. So I dig that. And he also wants to talk about being the happiest person on the planet, which I can totally relate to. So that will be Thursday, which today is Wednesday, Wrasslin Wednesdays. That's tomorrow. You can catch Mark and I. Again, if you're catching this on YouTube, just go to DiamondDallasPage.com and hit the real DDP, and you'll have all these videos sent to you. Because I'm not just going to put up there those 3 vignettes. I'm also going to put up a Johnny B. Bad highlight reel. And it's all to his song, Johnny B. Bad. And he was really on a rocket in WCW when he went to the WWF. And he went in there and he was making great money. And Vince, back then the contracts were only $150 a night, and you had 10 guaranteed dates. That was it if you had a contract in WWF. Mark came in, he changed all that. It was really Eric Bishop who changed all that because of giving guaranteed money at a higher number. But it was Mark who changed it in the WWF. And when he did, he had so much heat. And I've never understood how you get the heat when you're really helping everybody. Because eventually everybody got those guaranteed contracts. So everybody did better. And it all started with Mark Mero. I'm sure I'll talk about that tomorrow, because I will definitely be bringing that up. So everybody ended up doing better because Mark Mero went there and got guaranteed money. How cool is that? So he'll be my guest tomorrow on YRG Radio, Thursday, 9 p.m. East Coast time. Go to DiamondDallasPage.com and just click YRG Radio, and you can catch it right there. This weekend, I will be in Baltimore at the Horrified, I believe it's called. It's outside of Baltimore in Gettysburg. So if you want to see me, come on by. I know I'm going to be with my boy, William Forsythe, who was the sheriff in Devil's Rejects. You might want to check him out too. It's going to be a big horror convention. I'll be there. Then I'm heading up to Jersey to see my mom. And then the following weekend, I'll be in Fort Myers, Florida at the Lee Civic Center down there for a wrestling show. Won't be wrestling, I'll be signing autographs. But you never know who might get banged down there. Never know. Again, don't forget about the t-shirts. We got the Diamond Dallas Page YRG Fitness t-shirt. We got the Unstoppable t-shirt. And don't forget about, this is almost like a tribute to Mortis a little bit, because look at the little face in there. The Diamond Cutter Bada Bing, Bada Boom, Bada Bang t-shirt. That's all I got. So I guess it's been your pleasure. And the end of episode 11. Bang! How cool is that? Great So don't miss YRG Radio.